Hey ladies, good morning. My name is Heather Petherick. I am the soul and sass behind our private Facebook group for female business leaders of style, wit, and substance. Now, whether you are an entrepreneur or a leader inside of a large corporate organization pointing the way for a team, one of the biggest culprits to your success is right here. It's between your ears. It is our own negative mindset. You know, the toughest thing any of us will ever do is not make $1,000,000. It's not lose 50 pounds. It is to strategically, intentionally, consciously choose our thoughts. And our thoughts, you know this, have the power to make or break our efforts. So I would love to know from your perspective, on a scale of 1 to 10, how big and scary is this culprit in your mind? How negative is that narrator in your mind when you come up with a great idea? How ugly are the negative thoughts that derail your momentum, your enthusiasm, and your inspiration from taking action on your great ideas? 10 being it's paralysis, 1 being I have mastered this. I'd love to know where you land in terms of how nasty that negative voice is in your mind. Rate it from 1 to 10. So today on today's Facebook Live, ladies, I am going to share with you my number one mindset hack. It takes less than 30 seconds, my number one mindset hack, to keep my thoughts trained to the positive, to keep me in that zone of creativity, inspiration, and dare I say, ass kickery, so that I can continue to create amazing results and take big, bold action in my business. Do you want that? Would you like to know? Post a 2 if you want to know what my number one mindset hack is that I have honed, cultivated, and created over the last decade of being a success coach for female business leaders of style, wit, and substance around the world. Okay, post a 2 if you want it. So what I'm going to share with you, I'm going to get you to put down or write down a piece of paper these 4 letters that are going to help you remember the 4 steps of this super quick but incredibly powerful mindset hack. Okay, you ready for it? Thumbs up. And before I give you those 4 letters to help you remember this 4-step process, if you are here, do me a favor, type live in the comments if you're here live, and type replay if you are watching the replay. I love seeing the difference between live and replay participants. So here we go. Write live or replay in the comments below and get your pens ready because here it comes. Okay, my number one mindset hack for staying in the flow, in confidence, and in inspiration and ass kickery. The acronym is WiFi. W-I-F-I. Write that down, okay? W-I-F-I. And here's what it stands for. The first step of this mindset practice, and actually, let me paint a picture before I go any further. So, this is an example of how I use this 4-step process. And let me know, post a 3 if this resonates with you or sounds familiar. If you've got a big goal in your business, whether it's corporate or whether you run on your own business, you've got a big goal, big project that you are heading up. And you've got big plans to make great stuff happen. In my mind, this is where my mind used to get caught in the gutter. It was falling into thinking like, oh my God, this isn't going to work. Poster 3 if that resonates with you. Or thinking like, oh my God, no one wants what I have to offer. Have you ever thought that? Poster 4. Or the thought that, oh my gosh, this is so hard. I don't know how to do this. Poster 5 if you've ever had that thought run through your brain. This isn't going to work. People don't want what I have to offer, or I don't know how to do this, right? And on and on and on. That's the gutter mentality. That's where we fall into this negative thinking. So this is this first step. Okay, we're going to use that type of thinking on this example that I'm sharing with you. Okay, the truth is, ladies, you cannot freaking afford to stay in that line of thinking. I don't care whether you are leading a team inside of a corporation or whether you are leading your business as an entrepreneur. We cannot, in a position of leadership, afford that kind of gutter mentality, that negative thinking. I don't know how to do this. Nobody wants what I have to offer. This isn't working. You know what I'm talking about. We cannot afford that kind of thinking because that thinking will derail us for days, weeks, even months. And that's when business does this. So You cannot afford this type of thinking, and that's why this number one mindset hack is your new BFF. So here it is. The first step of this 4-step mindset hack I'm sharing with you stands for the letter W. And here it is. You are going to write down what you are thinking. W stands for write. Okay, and this is all about noticing what you're noticing about yourself. If you're going to get masterful in business, in a leadership position, you have to develop this muscle where you begin to kind of stand apart from your thinking. You can observe yourself. You become the observer of your actions and your thinking. And that's what this first step really helps you do. So when you see yourself going down this trail of despair and negative thinking, I want you to stop for a minute and simply write down what you are thinking. What are those nasty negative thoughts going through your brain? Like, this isn't going to work. I don't know how to do this. Nobody wants what I have to offer. Those typical type things, okay? Stop, write it down. Because thoughts are like cats. You get me? You can't, cats cannot be herded. They are these sporadic, erratic things. Thoughts are like cats. That's a new hashtag for you. Hashtag thoughts are like cats. They cannot be herded when they're just all up in your mind. You've got to write them down on paper to make sense of them. So that's the first step of this mindset hack, is write down your thoughts. It helps you notice what you're noticing about your thinking. Okay? You with me? Great. Here comes step number 2 of this mindset hack. Once you've actually written down your thoughts and can see on paper, black and white, where your thinking is and how negative it really is, the second step stands for the letter I, and it is this: identify. How are you feeling when you think those nasty, negative, stinky thoughts? How does it make you feel? Well, if you're like me, those thoughts of this isn't going to work, nobody wants what I have to offer, that makes me feel like a steaming pile of dog poo. And it certainly doesn't make me want to, send another email or pick up the phone and ask someone to do business, or heck, even make plans for, my next version of world domination. It makes me want to recede, hide with a box of Oreos and a box of wine. Hey, Vicky, thanks for being here. That type of negative thinking totally sucks the life out of me. How about you? Post a 6 if it does the same for you. Negative thinking like, this isn't going to work, it's too hard, I can't figure it out, nobody wants me, just takes all of the, good juju right out of your efforts. And it certainly doesn't make you attracted to the business and the clients that you want to connect with. So the second step of the mindset hack, hey, Kimberly, is number 2, identify how do those thoughts simply make you feel. Become conscious. Yeah, Vicky, and number 6, you're with me here. Absolutely. It sucks the life out of you, and it makes you want to retreat to your basement with a box of Oreos and binge watch Netflix, right? Okay, so step number 1 as a recap is write down the thoughts that are going through your head. Until you become conscious of them, you are held hostage, right? Until you become conscious, you are held hostage. Okay, you want to write that down. Second step is identify how do those thoughts then make you feel. Recognize the emotional toll and the creativity toll, the action-taking toll that thinking does on you, right? It's a nasty number. Okay, step number 3 of this mindset hack. Are you loving this? Do you like it? Thumbs up, hearts? What do you think of this so far, ladies? This is my number 1 mindset hack, to stay in the flow and stay high vibe and stay in action. Third step stands for the letter F. Okay, the acronym is Wi-Fi, W-I-F-I. Step number 3 is letter F, and it stands for flip the switch. That's what it stands for. F is flip the switch. Okay, and here's what you're going to do. Yeah, thanks for the hearts and the thumbs up. Love it. So, third step, flip the switch. What do I mean by that? Well, right now you've identified what are those ugly thoughts going through your head. You've connected the dots with how it actually makes you feel, which is pretty poopy. Third step is flipping the switch on this. So ask yourself, if you don't want to feel poopy and lack of confidence and doomsday about what you're trying to achieve, how do you freaking want to feel? And you, my dear, get to choose how you want to feel about this. So if you've got a big goal to bring on new clients or expand your network or make more money or attract new team members, whatever your goal is, how do you actually want this to feel? If I was to ask myself that question, and I have many times, it typically sounds something like, God, I want this to feel fun. I want this to feel joyful. I want to feel freaking confident about this. I want to feel clear and certain and lit up, excited about doing this. I mean, who doesn't want to feel like that every single day? And we absolutely get to choose that. So ask yourself in this third step, flipping the switch, how do you really want to feel about this, whatever your goal is? I want to feel lit up. I want to feel confident. I want to feel excited. And write those things down. Write down how you really want to feel about this. Okay? That's third step. Get into the energy of how you would rather have this go. Got it? Still with me? Thumbs, hearts up? Hearts up. Thumbs up, hearts. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Step number 4, we're bringing it home here on this mindset hack. The last step is also a letter I, and it stands for install new thoughts. Okay, thanks Vicki for that. All right, last and final step of this mindset hack stands for the letter I, install new thoughts. So if you've just identified how you would rather feel about this goal, this project, this endeavor, and it's certainly more positive, then here's the last step. What is it that you need to believe or think in order to feel that way? What needs to be true for you to feel lit up, confident, excited, clear, certain, joyful? What is it that you need to believe in order to do that? And here's the cool thing. This is not mental gymnastics because you already have the answer. Remember those first 3 statements that I told you about when we started the first step? Those negative statements like, this isn't going to work. This is where you turn those original thoughts around. You flip the switch, turn them on their head. So if one of your first thoughts that you wrote down in step number 1 was, this isn't going to work, and you actually want to feel much more positive, then what's the reverse of that thinking? It is this. Hells yeah, this is frigging working. This is already working. Or simply, this is going to work. Simply install the new thought that makes those positive feelings possible. Okay? Another example. In step number 1, if one of your negative thoughts was this, no one wants what I have to offer, and you want to feel confident about what you're putting out into the marketplace, take that original thought and flip the switch. A new version of that thought that is more empowering, more creative and kick-assery is, there are people that are looking for exactly what I'm offering. Okay? That's a different thought, a positive thought, one that makes positive feelings finally possible. Hey, Yvonne, love to see you here, lady. It has been far too long. Thank you for being here. So we're on step number 4, stands for I, and it is install new thoughts. Here's the last example. If one of your original negative thoughts was, I don't know how to do this, in this final mindset hack step, letter I of installing a new thought, take a new version of that original thought. I don't know how to do this turns into, I know exactly what I'm doing, or I can totally figure this out. Okay? Now, there is a subtle, but do not step over how significant that shift is between turning that negative automatic thinking of, this isn't going to work, nobody wants what I have to offer, I can't figure this out, to something as simple as, this is already working. There is someone looking for exactly what I have to offer, and I can totally figure this shit out. Right? Hells yeah! It is a simple but significant shift in your energy, because when you start thinking and speaking to yourself in a more positive way, suddenly all of your creative resources, it's like this radio station, this radar tuned to possibilities, opportunity, people, connections, resources. Serendipity starts to move in your way when you get out of your own way and start to think more loving, permissive, and confident-based thinking. Love it? Love it. I love that you ladies are here. Vicky, Yvonne, Abigail, Kimberly. Let me know what you think. This is my number 1 mindset hack that, this didn't come to me in a bolt of lightning. This has been a slow simmer over years of being in business. But it is a mindset hack that continues to be a no-fail way for me to get out of the negative Nelly thinking, get out of the boo-hoo, poor me, it's not possible rut, and to keep taking bold, beautiful, money-making action in my business, and to keep me in a frame of mind that attracts clients to me, because we all want positive leaders, whether we are a service provider, a manufacturer, a coach, consultant, therapist, advisor, I don't care what. People are attracted to you when you stay in a positive frame of mind. So this number one mindset hack that I am giving to you ladies is gold, absolute gold. So let me know what you think about that. Ladies, if you're joining late, Vicky says, retrain the brain. Absolutely. And retraining our brain does not have to be, a laborious project. This type of a simple flipping the switch, noticing what we're noticing, and being conscious of our thoughts, choosing how we want it to be, it does not have to take up a ton of time. Great comment, Vicky. I will also let you know that this isn't something that you do once and then, you're forever cured of negative thinking, right? That would be silly. This is a constant lifetime exercise. Kimberly says, love you and your message, Heather. Giving it right back to you, Kimberly. Thanks for being here. It's great to see you on here, Kim. It has been, again, far too long. What was I going to say there? Oh, last tidbit. So this isn't something that you do once and then you're forever solved or cured of negative thinking, right? We're human beings and we have this nasty habit of always going to the negative. And it doesn't matter whether you're a millionaire or whether you're making your first $1,000 in business. It does not matter. We all battle this every day. So my advice to you is to take this number one mindset hack that I'm giving to you and use it, rinse and repeat every friggin' day. The more you use it, the more automatic, the more natural it will become, and the more powerful this exercise will be. I'll be honest, ladies, when I'm really up for a big goal, when I'm really pushing for a new level in my business, I will use this mindset hack multiple times a day. And in fact, if I'm doing something in my business that really pushes me out of my comfort zone, I may do this exercise multiple times in a single hour to stay out of that negative and dark spiral that can so often take us out as women business leaders, whether you're on the corporate side or whether you're building your own empire. So there you have it, ladies, my number one mindset hack that I knew that you needed today. And thank you, ladies, for being here. Feel free to share this video with whomever you know needs it. Would love to spread the inspiration and spread the tools wherever necessary. So thank you for being so generous. Thank you for being here. Post your comments and thoughts below. As always, here to give you the best tips and tricks and inspiration for having a kick-ass business and life. Love you, ladies, very much. Go and have a fantastic Friday and apply this number one mindset hack. Love it. Keep lighting it up. Mwah. Talk soon.